Well, as we look to next week, I mean, if you like snow and cold, next week is your week. In a winter, that's been your winter. AccuWeather.com meteorologist Bernie Rayno, and it starts with our first cold front. That's the one that's going to produce the severe weather tomorrow, Thursday, and the blizzard, that storm, that's going to be lifting away. And then what happens behind it, you're left with this jet stream from west to east. So what's going to end up happening is that frontal boundary will be moving off the coast, and guess what's going to happen? By the time we get it in this weekend, and this is Sunday morning, you have this frontal boundary that's stalling. Now, exactly where it stalls helps determine where the next storm is going to be. Now, yesterday I thought it was north and west of the 95. I think it is going to end up being north and west of Philly and New York City, it will be north and west of Baltimore, probably Philadelphia. But again, and I just something tells me to look out for this on Sunday. It would be actually Sunday night into Monday, because when you look at this, you have this boundary on our surface map. You have all this green showing up. That's predicted precip. The reason, because you have energy. Look at this. This is Sunday morning. You see this piece of energy? Look how it comes around, and all of a sudden you have all of this energy. Look at all this red. I mean, this is a strong piece of energy, and it's becoming negatively tilted. You see the tilt? It's not neutral, it's become negatively tilted. So what's going to end up happening is, with this boundary stuck in here, you're going to get a storm to form, and then it's going to move right along that boundary, and the next thing you know, you've got a snowstorm on your hands. Now, I don't want to overplay it either, but I mean, anywhere, and I'm going to put New York City on it. I'll put it just northwest of Philly, but maybe even Pittsburgh, although they're above normal. This is the area that I think you have to look out for. So this will be Sunday afternoon. This will be Sunday night in the Monday. So Sunday night in the Monday, and then in the Midwest during the day on Sunday. So Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Dayton, maybe Indianapolis, this whole area. And then watch yourself Sunday night. And again, maybe it's just north and west of Philly and Washington, D.C. I think that's a threat. There's at least going to be some snow. Let's see how it turns out. Then what ends up happening is, behind this system, as it comes through, well, what's it going to end up doing? It's going to take the cold front and shove it south. So by the time we get in the middle part of the week, let's take a look at our surface map. 12Z Tuesday. And you can kind of see the blue line here? I'll highlight it. Now watch what happens. I'll erase it. Now watch what happens by Wednesday. See, it gets pushed south. Okay, so now you have this boundary, and remember, north of the boundary, cold air, south of the boundary, warmer air. So it's what we call a baroclinic zone, a difference in air masses. South of it, warmer, north of it, colder, so that's where storms are going to try to form. Well, take a look at the surface map. All this green model's trying to print out some precipitation, because you have a surge now of very cold air coming southward. Take a look at this. This is Tuesday night. So here's this energy. How many times have we seen this winter? That you have this energy coming down from the north and west, and there's a southern piece that ends up coming farther south, and in a sense breaks off from this. Now, watch what the model does with this. This is Tuesday night. Wednesday morning, it rotates it, and it rotates it through. Now you have a boundary down here, so your storm's going to try to form along that boundary. Now, assuming that this is right, that this takes this trajectory, what would probably happen is that you'd get some snow along the northern edge of this storm, but it goes out to sea, and then the cold air comes in. But all you need to do is take this energy and move it so instead of it being here, it's here. I mean, that's a difference of a couple hundred miles out 7 days from now. And how many times have we seen this happen? That this energy digs south. So what ends up happening is, instead of all of this red being here, it's down here. Notice how the trough is negative. So that means any storm would then, if it's negative down here, that's going to try to guide it northward. So instead of the storm going out to sea, the storm comes up. And that's what I think your snow threat is. This would be Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night, right up the East Coast again. All right, so that's a threat. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I think I'm really intrigued about this midweek system. So let's see how that works out. And just food for thought late in the week. Now what ends up happening, you get this Arctic plunge coming in. Now you have the Arctic air entrenched. And once you get the Arctic air entrenched, You look for bigger snows. Well, late next week, look what we have. I mean, this is almost comical. Saturday morning, look at this. Energy coming down, you have a split flow, what we call a split flow across the country. Here's your cold air. You've got a big area of high pressure here. I'll show you that in a second. Now, you have energy coming in, and that's ready to come up the coast. There's the surface map for the European. That's a big snowstorm. And because you have a 1040 high here, now you may have to worry about some rain, snow along the coast, but this is an I-95 if the European's right, and that's what the European is. See that? Now, the European, for what it's worth, see this energy, that's what's here. So the MRF is saying, no, it's just going to move off the sea, cold air is entrained, and maybe there's a little snow in the Carolinas, but it's not a big storm. So it'll be interesting to see. I feel pretty confident on the first two threats that you're going to have something, again, Sunday, Midwest, Sunday night into Monday into New England. It's probably a 1 to 3 and then a 3 to 6. I can easily see that. Let's see how that works out. Then you look farther to the south for your midweek. This could be a pretty big one, you know, all the way up the East Coast. Now that's one scenario. Could it go out to sea? Yeah. Let's keep an eye on that. And then we have one late in the week. But, I mean, I'm telling you, next week is loaded for snow and cold. 3 threats. I can't believe one of them is not going to come in. We'll have updates on this throughout the week. Any questions, you can follow me and ask me them on Twitter. I'm at Bernie Rayno. So it's almost like you're taking a 3-credit class. You have 1 thread on Monday, 1 thread on Wednesday, and then another one Saturday. Would have been worked better if it was Friday. All right, we'll keep you updated throughout the week, but a busy week on the way.